where the vision has taken you. Then you need outside counsel and consultancy, which is what most companies do. They hire consulting firms, right? That literally come in there to help them scale, to look at the business. And so we look at the operations of the white man, see him build these grand things and say, we want to do it. But we don't look at the operations of the white man, on how he actually gets there. Because he understands that every level, right, it requires a completely different operation. You know what I mean? So it's like, what gets you started, that might just be passion. You know what I'm saying? But what makes you successful, you need a system. Right? And so we have to get to that point, I think now where we at as a culture is taking outside consultancy, right? So that we can do things that normally can't be done. And then inside the infrastructure of that business, being able to manage the energy of those people efficiently. I was listening to something Mark Zuckerberg was just saying, and it just had me thinking though, it's like, what is required for him to keep those people at Facebook constantly working so that they can maintain that business? And the amount of work and energy and time it takes. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want that goddamn job because you know there's number one, it's the workers and what they think about what they're doing. Maybe they don't believe in it. They got the outside news. They got all of these different things. You got to figure out how to keep incentivizing them, how to reward them, how to push them to do the creative. You got to hire the most brilliant minds. You got to keep them incentivized. You got to motivate them, inspire them. You got to have these ideas, but then you got to have the people that can implement them. Then you got to go to there's a lot to the maintenance. We look at things from the outside and be like, man, fuck their results. But first you gotta appreciate their process. You know what I'm saying? See, we like to criticize things so much we don't learn from it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna look at it and be like, number one, he's a much more brilliant entrepreneur than I am, right? If you have to acknowledge that before you go to the criticism.
Yeah, man, we're making history.
But we go straight to the criticism, so we don't take no acknowledgement, which means we don't take no knowledge from it. Right? So we have to learn that because on a small scale, if you want to challenge a larger operation, you have to learn how to create a small operation, the body, right? So, and that has to be organized. So it's just these small little details of appreciation that we got to have for the world of business and the way of doing business that puts us in a different mindset. Aesthetically, when we talk about gentrification, we always speak about it in a negative thing, but gentrification is the investment in the community, right? Why is it that we don't gentrify our own communities? Why are we comfortable staying in our neighborhoods 10, 20 years when them ran down and not putting up anything better? Not redeveloping, not putting investment to where we're owning the coffee shops and things of that nature. Why is it that outside investment comes in and say, we want to revitalize this, beautify it, right, and make it look better, and then as soon as it happens, we're not saying that the investment is ugly. We're not saying that they coming in putting something tore down. We saying, man, this goddamn shit look, this don't look like the hood no more. Boy, this is nice and why is it so goddamn technological in there? They gentrifying. But what are we really saying in that mentality? We was happy with this shit being ran down. We was happy with it. We happy with our businesses looking dilapidated. We happy with us not having the proper signage outside our stores. If we don't take that value, how you expect anybody else to value it? When they put their value in it, we respect it. It's a subconscious respect. When you see somebody, they built their shit to look like Apple, man, you gonna walk in that black man establishment, don't care what color it is, you gonna respect it like, oh shit, but not. You know, it's like you going to your rich auntie house and uncle house. Well, I'm gonna take my shoes off, man. I bet now let me act up in here.
Hey, what's up, Dr.
So,
Harris? How you doing?
when we know people don't, same thing with content, same thing with everything. If you don't take your time, you don't appreciate it, you don't put that value, nobody else will. And black people have to get to that point where we learn how to design our world. You know what I'm saying?